Good evening, folks. It's Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project and Magnetic Reversal News, bringing you a grand solar minimum update Sunday, March 29th, 8 p.m. Mountain Time 2020. The newest models are showing winter is not over for New England. Heavy lake effect snow event off of Erie coming as well as we enter mid-April. And take a look at the depths and the Cascades and the Sierras. Heavy snow predicted at least through the second week of April. But the big story, at least 17 reported tornadoes hit central U.S. during the severe weather outbreak. There have been at least 190 reports of severe weather in the last 24 hours. Keep calm. It's boom time. Tornado rips through Arkansas City. This is the one we reported on yesterday. The injuries now up to 22. Here's close-up footage of that Arkansas tornado. Take a look. Look at the debris field, just like a movie. 3 confirmed tornadoes touched down in eastern Iowa. You could see the damage there to some homes. EF1, 107 mile per hour winds. There's the track. There's the damage. Tornado damages homes and uproots trees in Oregon. A tornado touched down late Saturday in northern Illinois. That's Oregon, Illinois, not in Oregon. I got you there for a second, didn't I? First alert weather, first tornado reported in Wisconsin for 2020, EF1 with 100 mile per hour winds. There's the position. Just west of Platteville, south of Lancaster. Here's what we know about the suspected Newburgh tornado. It made a pile of debris there. Take a look. Storm leaves thousands without power in central and northern Minnesota. Say it ain't soda. Yeah. I-35 reopened, however, after a brief closure. A strong spring storm brought rain, snow, and wind to the region. That looks like Sierra cement to me. Thousands of Minnesota power customers are without power Sunday morning after a spring storm brought powerful winds overnight. Minnesota Power outage reported 80 outages throughout the Northland, adding up to more than 4,400 customers. Not a big one. Little malfunction. Spring storm sweeps into the east. Unsettled weather to the west. Severe storms early this week for southern U.S. You can see winter storm warnings and watches for Maine. It's insane. We'll get there. Cascades and even Idaho looking to be a big winner here as far as snow. Now, a spring storm will sweep into the east today with the threat for strong to severe thunderstorms. Eastern Great Lakes and Ohio Valley into the mid-Atlantic. Gusty winds, Great Lakes and Ohio Valley, and snow in Maine. A series of storms will continue to produce lower elevation rain, mountain snow in the west. Also, severe storms will be possible across the southern U.S. on Monday and Tuesday. High winds in Texas, the nexus of the Schmexis, as well as eastern New Mexico. Take a look at the GFS models. There's that heavy snow, multiple events hitting Maine. It's insane right there. Wow. And look at the totals here in Idaho. 4 feet or more. Heads up, Bitterroots. You're talking 6 to 8 feet up in here in some of the Cascades as well as Oregon. Look at that. Look at these totals. Insane. And snow all the way down to West Virginia into April. Yeah, it's the second week of April. That storm's going to be hitting. And look at this lake effect. So we're going to be watching this closely as we all hunker down. Crowds disappear from Tokyo streets amid the and the out-of-season snow. It hasn't snowed. Measurable snow. It's the first time in 32 years that central Tokyo witnessed an accumulation of snow measuring 1 centimeter or more in late March. 32 years. Look at all that global warming goodness. Earthquake swarm on the Reykjanes Ridge yesterday. There was an earthquake swarm on the Reykjanes Ridge. It was a short earthquake swarm as the writing of the article. Largest earthquakes in the swarm with a magnitude of 3.5. You can see the green stars. Total of 7 earthquakes happened that were larger than magnitude 3. Earthquake activity had stopped at the writing of the article. We're waiting for this baby to go off. And if we check seismic update, the mid-ocean ridges are spreading right in line with that Reykjanes Ridge, right along there. We had a 5.1 kickoff on the mid-Atlantic Ridge, a 4.9 South Sandwich Bristol Islands. So, yes, the earth is swelling. Interesting quake in Massachusetts. Who knew? Massachusetts, Canada, Massachusetts. I'm sure I'm saying that wrong. 3.1, very bizarre. And with all that water pouring in the Great Lakes with record flooding, of course it's going to crack the world right there. 2.6 in Medina. Nothing finer. Astronomers announce 100 new minor planets. That's a lot of that's a lot of planet X's for all you. I mean, these are actually called trans-Neptunian objects, TNOs. Astronomers analyzed data from the Dark Energy Survey, which just completed 6 years of observations, to find over 100 tiny little UFO-looking donut worlds. Look at that. It's delicious. Imagine a little, what's the filling? I wonder. It's delicious. Winter Arctic sea ice continues to be concerning. If you read this article, it's like the 11th least ice. Well, actually, let's read it. The National Snow and Ice Data Center, NSIDC, has reported that the Arctic sea ice extent reached its maximum on March 5th. Well, no, it didn't. Ice builds until the third week of April, so there's a lie. And the amount was the 11th lowest maximum in 42 years. 11th lowest? Is that even a thing? In 42 years, that'd be the bottom quarter percentile. Okay, so let's get to the graph here, and you can see the historical curvature of the ice that builds in the Arctic. It builds until the third week of April every year. And they said that we were already there March 5th. Someone should be fired. We have months of more ice. And look at this, record gains in Greenland yesterday. 6 gigatons in a day. They didn't say anything about that, nor did they say, look at this new data point just coming out on the 27th of March, putting us almost 600 gigatons above average. 500 above average, right there, the new mark. Massive. Let's talk about some real blizzards. The Great White Hurricane. Did you know the Great Blizzard of 1888, also known as the Great White Hurricane, swept through northeastern U.S. through March and 12th? The faraway storm may have made locals wonder whether they had yet to see the worst. Retrospective summaries of that nor'easter storm reported that many areas accumulated more than 50 inches of snow in a little over 24 hours. Storm-related deaths totaled 400, winds as fast as 80 miles per hour, mounded snow as high as 52 feet in drifts. In New York City, snowdrifts buried houses and buildings. And the storm helped prompt eastern cities to bury telegraph and electric lines underground and to construct subways invulnerable to the storm. And there's a big one. The Great White Blizzard, or the Great White Hurricane of 1888. Hope you got something out of the video. Everyone's getting a little stir crazy, I know. Grow food, feed people, change the world. We love you.